A watch that everybody wants, the Rolex Submariner, can be had down below at Studio 29 Watches. Actually, who am I kidding? This will sell out before I even finish recording. Introducing the all-new Rolex 126610 LV Le Noir Vert, the Rolex Submariner with the green bezel, aka the Starbucks, a beautiful Rolex, the best Submariner in my opinion. I love the splash of green on this watch. Still dominant presence on the wrist, although Rolex did address some of my issues with the last 6 digit. They did taper the lugs a little bit, reducing that box shape. However, it still presents the same, but when you compare it next to the old Submariner, it looks like a huge difference and a big improvement, and it is. Still not a fan, because when you put it next to a watch that is absolutely perfect in its taper and dimension, well then you start to realize this thing is bulky. Now, if you want to make the Submariner perfect, you got to go back to the old aluminum insert, maybe even make it 39 mils, and you know what? Might as well put Tudor on that dial. The perfect Submariner. Okay guys, enough trolling. Those are my thoughts, but there's no denying this watch is iconic. It is just the watch to get. The second you buy it, it gets the motor running. You get excited just holding it. Rolex has the mystique around it. It is a quality watch. Everything feels high quality. There is a positive impression of quality, especially on that bracelet. But it is 21 mils now. All right. So that's a big ding, and it tapers down to 17. Okay. And we do have 41 millimeters when we go right above the crown guard and diagonally down. The bezel though, which I call the secret measurement, is 40.6. Thickness of 12.5 and a lug to lug of 48.2. The crown is nice and grippy at 7 mils. The Rolex crown is a joy to use. It has a clutch system and it's just phenomenal. You don't realize how bad your crown is until you use this crown. All right, let's see if we can do the date change. I love doing these on Rolexes. Ooh, look at that. Fantastic movement. I love it. See, with a Rolex, everything just works. The water resistant at 300, the beautiful clutch system, the grip on the crown, and of course, the best bezel in the industry. Well, the best 60 click, the best 120 click. Let's hear it. Woohoo! Ultra smooth, buttery, but it has a well-defined clicky nature. Man, it's phenomenal. And this one lines up. And why am I saying that? Because I've had others that did not. All right. We got white gold indices, white gold hands with chromolite lume that glows blue, platinum sprayed in the numbers on that bezel. So we got high quality materials, 904L, stainless steel, very corrosion resistant. And of course, the quick adjust, micro adjust. Rolex calls it the glide lock. Right there, the glide lock. It is the complete package. So I think Rolex should just increase their prices 30 to 50%. I think it would put the buying and selling in check, and only people who want a Rolex would buy it, not people who are looking to flip. So I know Rolex does increase their price every year, but it's by too little. You got to increase it huge until it's market price. All right? Because if people are willing to pay 20, then charge 20. This watch does have anti-reflective coating on that sapphire crystal. It says it on the Rolex website. You got to hunt for it or just read, and it does a phenomenal job. Usually Rolex does not put AR coating. So on this new generation of Submariner, it's a welcome addition. Let's check it out next to an SKX. Look at that. Two icons of the industry next to each other. This is heaven for a watch enthusiast. Submariner and an SKX. Excellent combination. Check out the thickness. SKX much thicker. Wingspan is longer on the Rolex, much shorter on the SKX. Here it is on my 6.5-inch wrist, and it wears pretty good. Too large for my tastes, and because that case back sticks out so much, it floats. It has a very slight float to it. That drives me bonkers. And I can't believe it doesn't bug anyone else. But I don't like when my watch floats so much. I love the taper on that bracelet, very aggressive. Man, it looks great. I love that green Cerachrome bezel. Let's check out the weight. I think one link was removed. 155, excellent weight. Just enough to know it's there, but not be too heavy for all day wear. Okay, let's check her out on the time grapher. Caliber 3235, +2, -2, superlative chronometer, 70 hours of power reserve, 28.8 VPH hack and wind automatic, and look at that. +2, +1, 0, and the fourth and final round, 0. This movement has a new ball bearing system for the rotor, and it does have the Parachrome hairspring. It's anti-magnetic, and look at this positional variance, 12 down, one of the most common positions for your movement, +3, +1, +0, and the fourth and final round, no beat error, 0. And that's what you're paying for. There is the Wristshot powerful chromolite in a beautiful blue color from Rolex. No surprises here. Fantastic lume. This watch is hard not to love. No matter what you think about it, if you hold it in hand and you spend time with it, it's just so difficult not to fall in love with it. That is the magic of the Submariner. And there's a lineup from here to the moon to buy it. Rolex is obviously doing something right. It's not my cup of tea, but it's so charming and compelling. And of course, iconic. All right, so I guess the best diver that you could buy. What are your thoughts on the Sub? Are you a fan, or are you like me and just a hater? And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.